Understanding the Five Foundations of Economics by Jessica Guerrero. First, you have incentives, and these are factors that motivate you to act or exert effort. So for example, this econ project, you want to do what you can and put as much effort as you can to receive the grade you want. Another example is in sports. Each team will practice and play their hardest with the incentive of winning the championship, like the Golden State Warriors did last year. Another one is murder. If you could get away with murder, how many people do you think would attempt it? A lot of people probably would. Then there's something called indirect incentives. So if I pay you $20 to walk my dog, you could either do it or find the nearest bench and sit there claiming you walked my dog and then later receive the $20. Second, you have something called trade-offs, and this is a balance achieved between two desirable but incompatible features, or a compromise, and I like to call it weighing your pros and your cons. So an example of this would be elections. You have two candidates are running for election and you have to make a compromise from the two. So you weigh each of their pros and cons for each candidate and then you choose which one you want based off of what they say and how you feel about it. Another example is sports again, is when you're trading players. You use height, stats, skills, etc. to determine how you're going to pick your players and how you're going to trade for them. And then one last one we can all relate to are students. Do we want sleep or do we want good grades? We all know we can't get both. Third, we have opportunity cost. And this is the highest valued alternative that must be sacrificed in order to get something else. So a recent one is working Thanksgiving for money or spending quality time with your family. So here she's at work, but she's not having the quality time that she wished, or she's with all her family, but she doesn't make as much money as she would. And fourth, we have something called marginal thinking. And this one consists of two parts, which is marginal benefit, which is an additional benefit, and then you have marginal cost, which is an additional cost. So back to basketball, if Kobe Bryant was in his prime and got a small injury on the court, do you keep him in the last 10 minutes to score some more points, or do you pull him out to rest to continue the rest of the season? You have to weigh the additional benefit of playing injured versus marginal cost of not healing and sitting the rest of the season. Kobe, swollen ankle. And lastly, you have something that's trade creates value. So the markets bring buyers and sellers together to exchange goods and services. If Sally has 3 cars and Betty needs one but has no money, she can trade her services for using the car. There's also 2 other things, which is absolute advantage, which is the most efficient producer that can produce a given quantity out of put with fewer resources. So someone who is the best at doing something, basically. We also have comparative advantage, and this one can produce at a lower opportunity cost than the competitor. And this one is producing something if he can produce it at a lower cost. The end.